Hello, hello, hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again giving you that flavor in your ear. This pod, it's the summer season. So I said before, we're going to talk a lot of Raptors. I think we both have a lot of Raptor thoughts, but today we're going to focus more on who on the team has the most pressure. I have my list, YS has his list. It's going to differ, but that's the whole point of the pod, is to differ and discuss why we want the Raptors to be better. Because I truly think the Raptors are probably one of the most confusing, if not the most confusing team in the league. And we're gonna talk what just happened. We're doing this pod on a Monday. It was just about a few hours ago. We got a notification from Shams that Darren Fox got a big contract. So we gotta talk some of that. We're gonna talk some Spurs as well. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. How's my boy Wyatt doing today?
You already know every day above ground. You already know.
As long as we're above ground, we are always good. Let's start off. Let me get the correct number on this Fox deal. It is a 5 year, no, 4 year, which makes it even worse knowing that's a 4 year. A 4 year, $229 million contract extension. Oh, he's with Clutch Sports. I didn't know that. He's with
Oh,
Rich Paul.
it's Rich Paul. That's makes sense why I got the deal. Makes sense.
Yeah, Rich Paul makes deals. Look, I'm not to make
He
deals.
makes deals. He makes deals. Like,
He gets his people paid, honestly. But yeah, so he got his what do you think? What's your first initial thought that 4 year, 229 mil for Darren Fox?
my first initial thought was this: like, what the fuck? You kid. That was my initial thought. Like, what the f? Like Fox. He can ball. Don't get a
Mhm.
twist, right? Injuries. You already know. You have Wemby on the team. What is your 5 years from now? What are you gonna just let Fox play out the contract? What's popping? Because you have Fox, he's already getting twos. You got Wemby, right? Carter Bryant is a dog to me already. You got Castle. Castle is gonna develop into his own, and he's gonna want more bread eventually.
Yep.
So you got two guys on the squad. You're gonna be paying 250, maybe three, in 5 years. Is that your team? Fox and Wemby? Castle and is that like is
And you
that
still have the number two overall pick in Harper.
Dylan Harper? Yes, Dylan Harper.
And
So
you have to develop him too. So what is his position? Is he a two? Is he a one?
like, Fox is a combo guard. He's not
Yeah.
a one. Like there's only I feel like in the league right now there's like five true number one point guards in the league. I feel
Yeah.
Fox is a one. I like Halliburton is one. CP is one. Just
Yeah.
to name two, right? So Fox's shot is not there yet. He's getting 230, 229. His shot's not consistent. Brother Fox, you shoot, I want to say, is less than 34% from three. You're not like, you're not a good shooter, right? You're injury prone.
You think he's injury prone?
The thing is, I can't say players get injured. Like, there's more injuries now, I'm going to say. I shouldn't say that. I would take that back. There's more injuries now than there was previous, right? Like
Yeah.
previous years in the league. So,
He it's weird. It's because in the begin he had first 2 years he played a lot of games, then kind of in the middle didn't play a lot of games. Then last few years he played like 70 plus games. So he plays games. He is his 3 point shot isn't good, under 33% for his career. With San Antonio, he shot 27% just last season. Even last season with the Kings, he shot 32%.
come on, come on.
Yeah, so he's ultimately not a good 3 point shooter. His assists go up and down. You would want his assists to go up. I do agree. He should be like the way he has the ball most of the game. I would expect 8 to 9 assists
Oh, yes.
because Emmanuel quickly, I believe, is getting more assists than this. So,
I just don't know the future plans with Fox and the Spurs. Is he going to be there long term? Like, when I mean long term, like 7 years, right? Or do you feel like they could trade him, right? And someone's going to take that contract and give Spurs pieces eventually, right? I'm just trying to think here. You know what I mean? So they
That's
got
what
a very good core group of young players. I'm not gonna lie,
they
right?
have a ton of young players, right? But I think, like you're saying, I think that's where it's confusing, right? First, I said quickly had a season where he had higher assists than him. But what is confusing, and like you're saying, is you have Wemby, so you have the guy, you have the guy, right? You have the guy that like you're the number one guy, the number one option. Like you have the person that can take you over the hump, which you believe he's the person. He hasn't shown it consistently, but he's going into his third year. Man had blood clots. He had a lot going on. So that's your guy. Okay, cool. You have him. You brought Darren Fox. I think we are all originally like, you know what? This is not a bad piece to grow with Wemby. It's not a bad piece. Darren Fox is a little older. And you also have Castle, who won Rookie of the Year. Okay, what's Castle's position? Is he a two? He's not a three. He's not a three. And then is he a one? Is Castle really a one? Okay, we'll put him at two then. Okay, cool. Then you draft the number two overall pick in Harper. Well, technically, it's going to take longer. It's a 4-year deal, which is really technically like I think if it's an extension, either it'll go into 5 years or whatever. By the time Dylan Harper will be going into his prime, but so is Wemby going to be in his prime. So really, are we just paying Fox because we don't got to pay anybody else for the next few years? You're gonna have to pay Wemby like in 2 years. You have to pay Wemby. You have to pay Harper in 4 years. So technically, you have time financially to pay these guys.
You do, you do.
But what is Fox? Is he stopgap? Is he the future? Like, what is he to you?
I really don't see him as the future. Like obviously I see Wemby, obviously. I see Castle. I see Harper, right? Obviously depending on his attitude and work ethic, I'm gonna see, right? But I see those guys moving forward. I don't see Fox. Even though the contract is there, for some reason I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe when the season starts, whenever he plays again, it may change my mind, but I don't know. That's just a big contract for Fox, and I'm just a little confused. That's all.
I think the confusion really lies on like what is your future and is Fox like once again, because if he's a part of your future, then I don't think Castle's a part of your future.
That's
Because
just
like
with Cass not part of the future, in my
because then you have too much. What is Wemby's future? That's what we should really ask ourselves. Is Wemby a four or is he a five?
brother. You're 7'6". I'm not putting up the four at 7'6". Like, because that's gonna enable you to shoot even more threes, and that
Right.
would piss me off. I'm not gonna lie, because
Okay.
Wemby's already attempting 7, 8 threes a game. Like Wemby, you're 7'6". Like literally, I feel like you're the third or fourth tallest person ever in the league, or fifth ever in the league. Like that's actually functional. That can score for real, rebound and shoot and block. Like Boban, he's got good personality, he's got work ethic. But come on, it's Boban. He's just like a lurch. He's just there. You're
Right.
mobile, so
So
like,
then, right now, ESPN starting lineup is Fox at the one, Harper at the two, Devin Vassell at the three, Harrison Barnes at the four, and Wembanyama at the five. Now, I can see you can probably start Wemby at the five, but Wemby is so talented enough, and when you want him to shoot the three, you can put a Cornet at the five. You can put a Kelly Olynyk at the five. So you can have a few guys, but I forgot they
would
also
you
have
put him in the
Keldon.
five? Would you just put Olynyk at the four? Because I'm like, okay, Wemby, how is he going to be on perimeter defense like that at the four switching, right? That's the thing. I'm kind of. He's obviously decent laterally, but a good guard or a good three is gonna just you already know.
I forgot that you have Keldon Johnson and Vassell. You generally can't keep them all, man. You
Okay,
really generally
okay.
can't keep them all.
Keldon or
You
Vassell is gone.
think Keldon Johnson for sure is gone?
One of them is gone. One of them is gone.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. And
but
Vassell's
to me,
contract
they
is
should have been gone like this season. In my opinion, they should have been gone. Devin Vassell, Devin Vassell, yeah, they've been pissing me off. It's that season when they were passing Wemby the ball. I'm like, these guys are gonna go.
and
But
Vassell's contract is not small at all. He's getting
what's
27 mil he's getting 27 mil throughout pretty much the rest of the next 4 seasons.
Vassell?
Yeah.
good.
And Vassell, he averaged like 16 points. Like he wasn't bad last season. My whole thing is that he shoots 36%, pretty much 37% shooting the three, which is not bad. His efficiency isn't the worst. He kind of had a good season of passing the ball, so there's clearly some skill there. And he has scored like close to 20 points a game at one point. So
He's
he's just
he's all right, but
he's
he's all
also 24.
still young.
He's
There's
20.
value. I think we could flip him. Spurs could flip him.
I would flip him. 24-year-old, you can get like, especially if you feel like you're really close, that this is the position you switch. Or like if you want to get Harper more minutes or more touches and things like that, like this that he's the person you flip. Him and Keldon Johnson are the person you flip, right?
Give him as
Um,
people.
I almost think, and obviously I'm probably wrong when I say this, because I know Katie was interested in the Spurs, right? Wasn't he interested in the Spurs?
I was hearing some Spurs talk. I was hearing a bunch of talk. When it comes to KD, he wants to hear.
Because maybe would I've wanted a Keldon Johnson and a Devin Vassell over a Jalen Green? Get two young guys over one. But then Jalen Green's upside is higher
I'm being so yeah.
than Vassell's. But I'm thinking more just like two guys who can score the basket. So would I want that? But yeah, and I think like you said, man, I think Carter Bryant he's freaking 19. He's 19.
19, he's got values, the right values. You can tell he's got a work ethic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's not flashy. You can tell he just wants to get better every day, and he's gonna get better as a man as well too. So I feel he's different. He's one of those guys in the draft that's just different, and he's on like a certain plane, right? So that's how I feel about him. So I think it's gonna
He
be special.
he's the type of guy that we all see in the draft and we're like, "Oh, he's going to be a person." Like we all can see it. But then when he becomes a person, everyone's gonna be like, why didn't they draft him higher? Why isn't he second? Why wasn't he third? Well, we all know he's gonna be a person.
He's got the tools, like Amen Thompson, Asir Thompson kind of defense, like want to work hard. Like you're in the Spurs system. You have Pop there. You have Tony Parker there. You have Duncan Manu mentoring you. So it's like you got guys that are humble as well mentoring you. It's not guys like Lance Stevenson. Nothing against Lance Stevenson. You know what I mean? So you got the right people around who's gonna help make a difference. So
Yeah, but I think all in all, it's like, okay, fine. The deal, once again, it's one of those things that in 4 years, when Wemby is 24, 25, he's hitting his prime. It could be a thing that maybe Fox will just only be 31. So Fox is still gonna be, should be still good.
definitely.
Right? And then you have Harper in his fourth season, and you're not gonna have Vassell and Johnson. Like there's just sometimes there's too much talent and there's too much guys who want the ball. Like OKC's perfect. They
Right
know
now. But right now, yes.
like everyone knows Shea is his team. But let Chet get an ego. Let Jalen Williams get an ego. If these guys get an ego, the team's done. It's crushed.
It's done. It's done. And one man's looking to leave. One man's looking for more bread. The locker room is out of whack too.
Right? It's exactly what happened to them before when we all want to blame Westbrook and be like, oh, Westbrook didn't let KD do his thing, or it's KD's team, blah blah blah. So sometimes you just have to you need that organization. You just need it. So I'm very curious what they're gonna go, but yeah, it's it's a weird situation. Another deal that actually happened this week that I forgot to mention. Luka, he signed his 3 year, $160 million contract extension. The boy Luka's staying because you know after his fourth year, he'll be like 10 years in the league or whatever, or fourth season with the Lakers. He'll be able to sign an extension that's like a 4 or 5 year for like $400 million because he has all the accolades. He got all the accolades. He's a 10 year player. His contract could be like the biggest of all time.
Did you say four? You said
Yeah, I think he can sign an additional extension for 4 years. confirm that.
Brother, 4 years?
Yeah,
Brother,
yeah.
4 years.
He can sign it. He can sign a. So yeah, it's a 3 year 165 with the ability.
Because you're already getting like 55 million a year off that deal alone. 56 million a year off that deal alone. That's real live. Like, that's real live.
With the chance, like in 2028, he can sign like a crazy extension.
Oh my God. This is
I don't know, I can't find it, but he can sign. I know he can sign a crazy deal, but I think I'm pretty sure he has a player option in 2028. That he could like cash out, cash out. Yeah, a 5 year, $417 million contract. Because the cap's gonna go up, so that's what it's gonna be
this
that
cap
time.
is like shoot, like the way the salary cap goes up for the league, I just wish it went up for everyone else's JOB. Like I just
You know, imagine, imagine.
how are you guys getting this? Like we had a CBA happen with the lockout in like 2000 or like 98, play
Yeah.
50 games and you know what I mean? And KG was getting the bag those days. I remember KG was getting 100 mil and everyone was like, yo, so much, bread, 100 mil, so much, 100 mil, so
I
much.
think they have to avoid there's so much structure when it comes to contracts. There's so much like, okay, only this type of player can get this much. Or you can like Austin Reed can only sign currently an extension for like 90 mil. But if he goes to free agent, now he can sign for the 150 mil. But like it shouldn't be like that. It should be like whatever we want to sign the man, let us just sign him. Right? There's too much like the fact that Luka can sign a 5 year, $400 million contract, because that's the only type of there's only a few type he can sign. It would be like a 3 year, 200 mil. No, no, no. What if Luca isn't that great anymore, but I want to keep him? I want to sign him to a 1 year, like 20 mil. You know what I'm saying? It's too structured in
It
that
is
sense.
structure. I know it's okay. Luke has the accolades, so that's why he's going to be qualified to. Okay,
Yeah,
it
yeah, he
makes
has
sense.
the thing. And
He's going to get damn near 100 million a season if that were to go through. Like
yeah.
really, almost Jesus
But I'm like
Christ. That's
Luca's
why I
Luke,
missed for 5 years before.
but Luca's Luca, right? And we all believe he's gonna be this way. He's a generational type player.
Because
Um,
balling shit. You need a ring. Like if I'm paying you that, there needs to be a ring
the
associated.
Lakers have to have at least 2 rings. I'm sorry, like you know.
Yeah, you're right. 400 is too. Yeah, yeah, 400.
Because of the Lakers organization, like you have to deliver, right? And we'll definitely probably dive in more into the Lakers. We'll dive into all the teams eventually, but like that's the one thing with the Lakers, and I feel like they've been trying to still find separation between him and LeBron, like this and that. Like LeBron is, I think, happy. I think LeBron is he should be. LeBron doesn't know he's like he's done. You know what I'm saying? He may got 2 more years in him, like
We
maybe.
say that, but we'll see. Like LeBron be taking PEDs, so maybe. Shout out
Nah,
to Jeff T. Shout out to Jeff
he
T.
said it, and then he had to say he had to joke. He's like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I was just kidding."
T, T, brother. It is what it is. We're not stupid. The man is the face of a league. He needs to be there for the league to make bread. We're not stupid.
Yeah,
If Stone Cold Steve Austin was injured all the time and certain guys in wrestling, were we watching wrestling? No. So what they gotta do, they gotta do.
you have to do.
Shout out to Bronny James. I think he's doing some signature shoe work or Nike creative collaboration. Bronny James. Shout out to Bronny James.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I
I'm
guess.
telling you, yeah, real talk. Yeah, yeah, I know, right?
Yes. Um, but yeah, I think the Lakers organization will like we'll dive into them, but like Skinny Luca's here, so
Crazy.
let's see what Skinny Luca with his new extension. They know that they want to keep him. Like LA's gonna do whatever they like. They when they have a star, they'll do whatever they can for that star.
They would
Once
make a movie just for the star. Just make a movie so they can cast him in the movie. You know what I mean? That's all they would do. So yeah, you're right.
the fact that he's on the team is still kind of makes no damn sense, but that's for another day. Um, let's go to it. Let's go to the main topic. Unless you have something else you want to chat about before we get to the main topic.
Yeah, let's jump right in. I just want to talk Spurs. We touched on that. So you already know.
Our Toronto Raptors, that's why it's in my name. They're still the most confusing team. I keep listening to all these podcasts and they'll bring them up and everyone's like they're confusing. I don't get their future. I don't know why they signed Jakob Poeltl to an extension, this and that. What's the point of RJ Barrett? What's Scotty's ceiling? To the point that Scotty Barnes had to tweet out that a lot of y'all don't know about ball, but I understand we got to make the playoffs, right? Because he's right. It goes hand in hand. You we're putting the pressure on you. Like, I'm sorry, the pressure is on you. Like, you're an NBA player. There's so much guys that have pressure. Like, you have pressure on you within the organization, right? Funny enough, I don't have him on like a high list for my pressure because my view of Scotty Barnes is different than other people. But then we'll get to it. But he chimed in. Everyone's chiming in about the Raptors and everything, and it's just like you're a confusing team. You're confusing. Let's not. No one knows your direction. Like, do you know the Raptors' direction?
I wish. I wish. I have no clue. Before I did, this is giving me Bargnani year days. Slightly, slightly, slightly. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you guys say, okay, Barnes is the guy, he's the guy, he's the guy, billboards, billboards. Then it's like, okay, now we have Ingram. Now Ingram's the guy. Okay, okay, okay. Then it's like, okay, who do you guys want to go quickly as your guard? Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. RJ, you guys keep kind of pissing me off with RJ trade talks.
So
You know
much
what I mean?
arbitrary talks.
So it's like, and you guys are paying players, you guys are making playoffs, you guys don't want to renew Messiah. It's just he brought us a ring. It's just he's there's a
You know,
lot. There's a lot.
I just because of age, and but I don't see why they would do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I'm just throwing it out there. Like, I saw his contract, RJ for Devin Vassell. I wouldn't be surprised because Devin
Please don't.
Vassell.
Please don't. Please don't. Please. There's no way I'd rather sell over RJ. Please don't do that. Don't.
I hear you.
Don't.
I hear you,
Don't.
brother. I definitely hear you. So
Man
let's.
wasn't passing to Wemby, and there was only Wemby and Shohan and him on the island. He wasn't passing to Wemby. He was trying to score 30, 25 a game. Like, I don't want that guy.
Yeah, he was averaging close. He averaged like 19.5 in a season, which is like, oh, that means he was going for it. Like, you know what I'm
He
saying?
wasn't
And
passing to Wemby. Wemby was on the post like this. Was looking him off.
yeah, I wouldn't want any of that. Okay, but here is our like who the people have the most pressure and all that stuff. I have eight. I have eight. How much numbers did you for your list?
I only have five still.
Five. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my eighth, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Or do you want to go from beginning to bottom? Like, what do you want to go with?
Let's go from bottom to top.
Okay, so I'll go with my eighth.
Okay.
My eighth is the young core. And I mean young core, I mean second year guys. Because when I think about most pressure, I'm thinking about like if you don't perform well, we must like trade you. Like we have to trade you and go to another direction. Right? That's why I felt most pressure. And then who I believe is gonna make like who's gonna stand out and who has to do a lot of things. So the young core, I mainly put Mugbo and Jacoby and even Jamal Sheep. I don't have a lot of like. I just want you to be better. It's your second year. I just want to see you develop like Jamal. I want to see him develop a better 3 point shot. I want to. He's a backup point guard. I want to see him, lead the team and not feel like we always have to have quickly or Scotty on the court because you're not doing a good enough job. I want to see you do a thing. Mugbo. I think for him, I just want to see what he is. Like, I want to see the glimpse of what his future looks like. The reason at one point people are like, I'd rather have Pascal than over OG, because there was glimpses of Pascal that you're like, he could have a jumper on him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just not an energy guy. Maybe he's Sean Marion too. Like maybe he's something like that, right? Where OG, you're like, oh, maybe OG's just like a defensive player. And everyone's dream is that they have a Kawhi in their organization. Not everyone has a Kawhi. It's hard. So and then Jacoby, I just want to see what he can do. I want to see if, and I have Grady Dick on my list too, but I want to see if he can push Grady Dick for that shooting guard. I really do. I want to see what Jacoby can be. I'm really interested in his season overall. So he's as a young core, that's who I have. My number seven, RJ Barrett. You
Okay.
know, do you have him in your top five?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And so I will because I feel like okay, I'll do mine then when it's your turn. You go. So my
Yeah,
RJ Barrett, the reason why he's seven is because saw what he did last year and I liked a lot what I saw. I think this year they're telling you it's Ingram and Scotty, and they still got to develop quickly, and then they gotta see what RJ can do. Like I feel like how could he have pressure when the team wants to like trade him? Like I don't like then he shouldn't have any pressure on him. Now do I want RJ to like step up and become like Star J? Yeah, I want Star J.
that's all
I
coming.
want Star J. You know, like we talked about it last week. I want that RJ Ingram. Like these are the two guys who are going to score for us. I want both of them to have spectacular seasons, and I want Scotty to be that point forward like a Draymond Green, who's kind of everywhere, switching and da 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 da, defensive menace. Like that's my dream scenario, right? Can that truly happen? Who knows? But do I believe that RJ Barrett has to do this, that, and that? No, I don't. I don't. I don't believe he has to do too much because I don't think the team's asking a lot of him, and so I don't see the pressure. My number six may shock you because oddly enough, I do think this guy has a ton of pressure, like a ton of pressure. So my number six is almost like a guy who generally has a ton of pressure, but I believe other people have more pressure than him. Scotty Barnes.
Oh, I like your list so far. I like your list so far. I'm not gonna lie.
And the reason why Scotty's six is because once again, what I believe Scotty is and what you believe Scotty is I think is the truth of what Scotty is. That's my personal opinion. I think
Preach,
Scotty Barnes is a really good defender, like fucking top 15 defender in the league type. Okay.
preach, preach.
I think he is a really good passer. I think he can dribbling game still needs to be worked on. I think he can his post game can still be, I think he has a nice soft touch. I think all of that. In the same breath, Scotty is not the number one guy.
Simon Club, yeah. You already
He's
know.
not. He's not. It's the reason why you got Brandon Ingram, because you realized Scotty wasn't that. He's not that guy. Now, if you want to make Scotty your like face of the franchise, I'm not disputing that.
I
You're
am.
not disputing that.
I'm
If
no
he's one of
doubt.
your franchise guys, it's fine because you can have more than one franchise guy. I
Which
think,
is true, but not the number one. Yes, which is true. You're
right?
right.
Because I'm like Kyle and Demar were our franchise guys,
Yes.
right? They were until Demar left, and it was kind of Kyle and Kawhi. Like you can have to me multiple. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, you can have more than one. Um, the thing is just I put a lot of pressure on Scotty, but the pressure I put on Scotty is what others I think around try to make Scotty become. Cause like I said, I'll be on those Raptor spaces and they be arguing about Scotty.
Maybe arguing.
They be whoo my
I could
goodness, man.
imagine though. I could imagine.
There'll be people going like, no, Scotty's him. He's the guy. He's the future. He's
Mm.
this. He's that. Then there's people who are like, no, he's not. And then people are just they'll mute the guy if they disagree. Like it's a whole battle, dog. It's just a battle. And I'm like, damn, sometimes, but I truly think Scotty's right in the middle. You know, to end my rant, I just think Scotty is a better version of a Ben Simmons and a more offensive gifted version of Draymond Green. And that's how we should do it.
Don't put Scotty with Ben Simmons. Don't diss him like that.
Ben Simmons had a good two,
Ben
3 years that he was somebody.
we don't know where Ben is playing right now. That's
He's
how bad it is. So
they're saying he's waiting on Westbrook, but that just makes no damn sense. Well,
I'm not even
that's
gonna touch on that right now. I'm just gonna give you a look.
like I don't know what they truly mean by it, but that's what they're saying. But that's my six. Okay, those are my six guys. Once again, I think Scotty has a lot of pressure on him, and I think it's deservingly so because ultimately, OG, Fred, Pascal, um, Nick Nurse, technically, all of them gone because Masai said, "Hey, he's our guy."
Hmm.
They said it. So,
Hmm.
who's your fifth?
Honestly, I'm gonna throw you off with this one. My fifth one, Darko.
He's on my list. Oh, he's on my list. Whoo, he's definitely on my list.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So Darko, the reason why Darko's on my list is because you have the 11th highest payroll in the league, right? We know how this goes. If you're the coach, you're the first up, right? So the guys up top are gonna look at numbers. Okay, we're paying this. This is the result. For example, we didn't make playoffs, right? We didn't make play-in. Da 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 da. It's gonna be bad. So there is definitely pressure on Darko this year, right? You have a new guy coming through, right? You got to work with offense with him. He's gonna be the main focal point of the offense. So there is a lot of pressure on Darko and the coaching staff, but it's Darko, not a coach that's gonna be fired. So
Um,
indeed, so that's why he has pressure. That's why he's my fifth.
so I won't mention my fifth yet because I'll just mention Darko because he's my fourth. I'll just piggyback on what you're saying because once again, why the reason why it's so confusing, if you just don't know nothing, this is 2023, and I'm telling you, yo, Scotty Barnes, Manuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and Jakob Poeltl, you're like, oh shit, that's a quality squad.
Yep, yep, yep.
Brandon Ingram, who can have a really good season, and people forget we can hate on Zion, but him and Zion won some games with the Pelicans to make it to the playoffs that 2 seasons ago,
They did.
right? They got slaughtered, but the whole point they still weren't a bad team to make it there. Brandon Ingram was their guy. Now, once again, Brandon Ingram fucked up. I will always say that he messed up the Team USA because that squad was his squad. Ant Edwards was too young. Mikal
Yes.
Bridges is not that guy. Blah blah. Like we can go a list on that team. It wasn't theirs.
How to Mikael Bridges, that bag is too much. It's too much.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about that. That guy got a. They're paying those five guys a ton of money.
This is the
So,
NBA.
no, sorry, not Josh Hart. For those four guys, they're paying a ton of money.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Like we when we talk about pressure in leagues, man, these that New York team has a ton of pressure. But like Brandon Ingram, you know, first of all, what's the Brandon Ingram is a good player, and the coach Darko has to make it all work. He has to make it all work. We're all watching Darko. Like we're all watching. Darko's offensive schemes have a lot of potential.
Mhm.
Everyone touches the ball. You try to find the open man. You cut. You play through the post. Like all that stuff has a ton of potential. Ingram is an ISO man.
Mhm.
So Darko, we need to see what you can do. Are you going to be like, oh no, Scotty needs to get the final touch at the end of the game? No.
That, that's why we'll see.
That's
That's
why there's Ingram, right? So I agree. Darko has a ton of pressure, and yeah, ton of pressure. Man has to do something with it. Who's your fourth?
fourth. Shout out to my boy, the great white hype, Grady Dick. You know what I mean? Grady Dick. I want him to be that sixth player off the bench, like solidified. Like solidified. I feel like right now, what I'm seeing, he has the most, but not, I can't say the most potential, but he's playing the best. He has the most minutes right now out of the bench squad. He's more used to the NBA schedule seasoning reps. So I feel like there's pressure on Grady to be that guy, to be that sixth man, because if he does not, and Jamal Sheed and all those other players, right? Battle and all those other players, if these guys, Jacoby, if all these other players excel, he loses his spot. And once he loses his spot, your confidence, and then you already know. I don't want him to turn like Malachi.
By any chance, do you have Ingram in your list?
He's next, actually.
Okay, cool. I don't want okay because Grady Dick is my third, right? And like I
He's
would
your
say Ingram,
third. Shit,
Ingram's
I
my
think kind of similar in the top five. It's kind of crazy. It's no,
Ingram is my fifth, but I'll let you talk Ingram, then I'll talk Ingram. So Ingram's my third. I mean, Dick is my third.
yeah,
So I'll say this about him: out of all the guys, his contract is one of the smallest.
it is.
So what makes his pressure even crazier is, bro, if you don't perform, you're not playing because we're not paying you a lot of money, so we don't care, and we'll trade you. Like he is the most tradable contract. he's a white man, so like everyone's gonna think he's a shooter, even though he can do a bunch of
It's true. It's true.
right. Everyone thinks, but he can do a bunch of other things.
No, he can put the ball on the floor. He can put the ball on the
He
floor.
showed us like he was having games of 30 points
He
last year, so he was doing his thing.
he can play. That's why I'm like, he needs to show like, yo, he can
He
play.
almost has like besides person the guy I have number one, Grady Dick has to like legit show. If you don't do it, bro, you're gone. You're on the squad.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you said Malachi Flynn, perfect example.
yeah.
Because your defense isn't that great. Like it isn't. Jacoby plays better defense. Mugbo does. The rookie,
All them play better defense. And OJ Abai, we don't even gotta talk about him on defense.
I was thinking how we didn't talk about him the last time we spoke about the team.
Yeah, we
Come
should.
on. There's guys who are basically out for your spot. But because you're like the 12th, 13th pick, we
It's
they,
politics with the playing.
yo, like you have to
You're a
play.
lottery pick. You're a lottery pick. So it's
You have to play. But just know like your position is the one that has multiple guys. You said
multiple.
you said Abaji, you said what's his name? Abaji, Jacoby, Battle, all three coming for your spot.
And they all play better defense than you, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
Come
You have to
on.
click though. But the thing with Grady, when I'm watching him play, I didn't know he could put the ball on the floor like that. At first, when he got drafted, I didn't see him play really. I'm like, okay, he's like Klay Thompson,
Okay.
just a couple dribbles, bing. But I see him like off a screen in the paint, little middies. I'm like this. So he's definitely still has upside. Still, he just needs to pressure.
A ton. Yeah, you used to have the most guys coming for your spot. Like no one's coming for Scotty's spot, Ingram's spot. RJ is just a contract. That's why he's in all
We'll
these
get into
talks.
RJ because yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's very interesting with Grady Dick. Very interesting, man. Man's wants your spot, and you're not gonna get as much touches because ultimately those four guys who are starting are touching the ball the most.
100.
So you have to get on the when you're on the court. I won't lie, you're right. You got to be a gunner because
Yep.
they need the Raptors don't have 3-point shooting right now, so they need your 3-point shooting. Like generally need it. So yeah. So who's your third?
My third is he already said it, Ingram,
Which is my fifth. But yeah,
right? So, and we touched on Ingram, like you already know, like he needs to. It's a new offense, right? You got a bag. You're coming off an injury, right? So everyone's like, what can Ingram really do, right? Dark pressure on sets the call for you. You know what I mean? You have pressure on making the right plays, making the right reads, finding the right guys, stuff like that. You have to show that you grew as a player, right? And that you understand the game at a certain level now because even though you weren't playing, you should be able to watch and take in. Your IQ should be higher, right? So it's things like that organization is going to be looking for. And Darko, right? Because you're the guy, like you said earlier. We've put Scotty here. Scotty's not the guy to be there. So we have to put Scotty here and put someone else here, right? That's just what it is. So he's the number one guy now in a new country, new everything. So there's pressure. He has to make an adjustment, right? So
so he was my fifth because I was kind of arguing with him and Scotty. But once again, I think the vision of Scotty that me and you have is better than the vision that some people have because I just don't think Scotty is what people want him to be, which is okay.
and I
Which
agree
is
with you, which is
what
okay. He's still a quality guy.
he's a
Still
very good player,
quality. Like it's
right? Like he doesn't have to be like there's just certain guys that they're just not that next level. Jalen Green's a good player. He's just not Anthony Edwards.
you know,
He doesn't make others around him better. It's unfortunate. It's just real talk. Now with Ingram, I think the pressure, the reason why he was my fifth, uh, is because the pressure is just more like, can you stay healthy? You know? Of course injuries happen. We can't prevent that. You're in the Eastern Conference, which is right this year a much lesser conference. You can arguably tell me if I'm wrong. Can he not be like the best small forward in the conference?
in the East. There's only Giannis. Who else in the East? Giannis. They got some guys on the Pacers. That's some
But is
spicy.
it like small forward-ish? Like, can he not have a better season than Bridges and OG?
Bridges and OG or
And then like there's Jason Tatum's out. Like, I don't know what position. Maybe Jalen. I think Jalen Brown is a two, but maybe if you want to say that, fine. And then you have Paul George.
Who's on the Heat though? I know the Heat have a three. That's okay.
Well, there's Norm.
He's playing the three, right?
I would assume that for that, unless they
Damn,
put the
the league
two
is
and
so small now. Okay, man, yeah, that's not. Yeah, I mean,
he
yeah,
has potential. He
he could
has
be definitely in the three. Like he can definitely in the three, 100% the East, 100%.
right. Like he has a lot of all-star potential. So he's being tasked already to be like, hey, you're our late game scorer. We want to play this everybody touch the ball offense, but we need you to kind of be, the number two overall pick. That guy that we all the Slim Reaper's cousin over here. We need that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I think Ingram has that pressure just to perform well. But that was mine. Who's your number? We're at number two now?
Number two, you already know who number two is, because number one is going to be self-explanatory. So let's say number two. Number two is Scotty,
You're number two, Scotty. Okay. Why so?
because you got to really make a leap. I feel like you need to make a leap so the Raptors can make that playoff push. If it's just Ingram scoring and everyone else doing their thing, it's not going to work out. It's not. We're just
What
gonna
does the leap look like to you, though?
A leap like to me is higher ball IQ, better reads, better shooting, right? Just like I mean, he makes winning plays right now, but I'm just saying higher IQ. I don't expect him to come back. He has okay. I'm gonna say this too: better dribble pack, a better handle pack, right? Would help as well, right? Getting to certain spots. I see at times where Scotty can't get to certain spots because he can't dribble as effective as other guys his size in the league, right? So but mainly IQ, mainly reads. That's really it because IQ goes so much further than people think in the league, right? It goes with communication, reading certain screens, reading certain plays, reading pin down who's going to get this, switches, stuff like that. Just certain things like that, right? Scotty's a hard worker. I'm not discrediting his work ethic and whatnot, right? He wants to get better. He's just not that guy. And we just want him to have better ball IQ. Not saying his IQ is horrible, but there's always room for improvement. That's all I'm saying.
And he was my sixth guy, and so yeah, thing is, he has a ton of pressure, but I think a lot of the pressure is based off media, and of course, there's still a very much so Scotty versus Pascal thing that is still underlining. We gotta let it go. And I'm a Pascal guy, but it did not help that Pascal won Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and if the Pacers won the NBA championship, was about to win Finals MVP, right? Which is gonna lead to my second, but like all that it puts a lot of pressure on Scotty. I agree with you. Scotty doesn't need to score 25 points a game to me. He doesn't. I think offensively, they have a lot of guys. I think Quickly can score 18 points. I think RJ can score 18. I think Brandon Ingram should probably score 20. And I think your four guys can score about 20 points a game, which is close to 80 points. And then you need your bench to score about 30 to 40 points a game. Like that's what you're ultimately going to need. And then of course you have Yock's points as well. So your starting unit alone can score about 90 to 95 points a game. So you just need the bench to give you the other 30 points. But I just want Scotty to be the captain, Like once again, Draymond Green. I need
Yes,
that
captain. Yes,
in.
but it comes from here though. Draymond don't have the skill like that, but it's this.
Yeah, Draymond does definitely has not, like come on. People leave Draymond open for shooting three all the time.
Beyond, beyond.
It's his confidence that makes him hit the shot. Like Scotty has all the talent in the world, all the talent in the world.
He does.
Is he Cade Cunningham? No. Is he like a number one guy? No. But like does he have all the talent to like help the team? And is he a triple double machine? Yes,
He
right.
definitely is a triple double watcher. Definitely. He could look at that body. Pause.
Right,
He
right,
can bang on the boards. He can get the assists. He can push the ball. Like he's a decent shot. It's not a gunner, but he's got tools. He's got tools, and he's still getting better. You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
So
So it's a good thing. My number two is the front office. And the reason why I put the front office as number two is because you let Masai go.
Horrible.
Don't have a president.
Horrible.
You believe that this team could be ran better without Masai. Okay, cool. Let's go. You think it could be better? Let's go. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. You
See
think
what
it could
I'm
be
three
better,
the Raptors. I don't understand.
right? Because the question has to be asked: are they going to be? Because I think Barnes was a Scotty. I mean, let's say Scotty Barnes was a Masai person, so Masai likes Scotty Barnes. Okay, cool. Well, there's no Masai anymore. How quick you are to pull that trigger? How much do you want to be in the luxury tax? You're a luxury tax team, and do you want to be there? Okay, so the pressure's on y'all because y'all wanted this. Y'all wanted to let Masai go. Now, does Masai let hold on people a lot? Yeah, okay. But now it's your turn. See if you can do a better job. I like Bobby, but let's see what Bobby can do.
Oh, come on. Bobby's decent still. I can't lie. I can't lie.
So that's where I'm at. Let's get to our number ones. I'm curious who your number one is. Is it who I think it is? It probably is.
It is who you think it is. It is. It's that guy.
So we have different number ones for sure.
It's RJ Barrett.
Why
It's
do you have the most pressure on him?
because RJ, we both know RJ wants to stay right here, right here. He wants to stay right here,
Hmm.
right? And he's gonna have a hell of a season, efficiency wise as well, analytically, for them to be like, you know what? Maybe keeping this guy could push us closer to winning a ring instead of flipping him. You know what I mean? He has the most, as the Raptor player, pressure, you know what I mean, to perform this year. Everyone else kind of has some sort of leeway and whatnot. But RJ, if he wants to stay a Raptor, I feel like he has to play out of his mind. He has to have one of his best season of his career, I feel. And I'm not talking like by a landslide, like he's dropping 25, 8 and 8 and shooting 40, 50, 90. I'm not talking like crazy like that, but it has to be his best season statistically. That's what I'm gonna say.
So, see, I get why you put him there, because when we talk pressure, he, besides Grady Dick, is the one guy that, like, you hear the rumors, they're actively trying to trade you. So if you want to stay, you have to play better than almost everybody. Because right now they're not trading Scotty. They just got Ingram. They're not trading Ingram. Um, Quickly's deal is probably too big. Grady Dick has the best deal, but like you have to perform well or you're gone.
It's just
So
black and white to me with RJ in that sense. So
the guy who I have number one is his New York teammate, Emmanuel Quickly. He has to perform well this season, because when they traded, OG for Barrett and Quickly, the person was Quickly that they all were happy about.
very much so.
Like they had the poster of the future as theirs. Like I was Quickly and Barnes. It was like fuck RJ. We don't even care that he's here. He's just a salary dump for OG. We don't give a fuck.
That's crazy. Yeah,
So Quickly has to be everything. And that's all I always deem it. It's because of Tyrese Maxey. You believe that Quickly could have that same, because Quickly is fast. He could score the ball. Block. He was a 6 man of the year candidate. Like he's all that. His contract's a little too big, you
too.
know, and that's what people are gonna look at. So I think Quickly he has the most pressure to me, because you need to make that contract make sense. You need to make what they thought of you make made any sense. Because if you don't perform well, you have the worst contract in the league, or a top five worst contract in the league,
Or
untradeable contract. Which obviously everything is tradable, but like, what can we really get for him? You need to be the point guard for us. We just need you. To me, he will be the reason the Raptors will be good. I truly believe so.
I like that. I like that.
He will be the reason, because I think I think RJ is it's funny. RJ is very consistent. People just don't like his efficiency, but he's kind of consistent.
He is. That's why I said he has to have analytically the best.
Right. And like or he won't or he'll get traded. You're correct. Brandon Ingram, kind of know what he is already. Like he's kind of that like let him get the ball on that post area to hit that jumper. Like he kind of has that. Scotty, once again, me and you kind of have that. We already have our thought on Scotty. It's everyone else that kind of needs to join it, or Scotty needs to take a fucking leap, like a leap, and like Giannis, most improved, 28 points. Like that's you're asking
That's
too.
that would be a leap. I'd be happy if you were able to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? So with Manuel quickly, you're the one who we saw a little bit the year you got traded. We kind of liked this. We got the contract. But then last year, you really haven't played, and
No,
you've been kind of injured with the Raptors.
definitely a
So
lot of injuries. We haven't seen him play a consistent 50 games straight in a minute.
right, so that's why you have all the fucking pressure on you. You're the one that's gonna have to make RJ get that love, Jakob get that love, Scotty get that love, like Bi get that love. Like you're the engine.
You're the engine. Yeah, you're the outfit. Yeah, yeah.
So if you have a good season, this team I believe if he has a good season, this team will have won games. Right? I think he's the core. He's the guy. He has to have a good season. He just does. There's nobody else that I think they have to rely on because if he's not on the squad, you're gonna miss he has the best above break 3-point shooter. He's your best 3-point shooter.
That's
He
crazy how Quickly's the best 3-point shooter. Like that is not saying much. No, this to Quickly.
if you lose him, you lose one of your better on ball defenders. Like you're hurting a lot if you don't have this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So that's where I just think the pressure is totally on him. Like totally on him. He has to do something. Or he just has the worst contract. Right? He just does. But I think overall, if you think about it, from both of our lists, the whole team has a bunch of pressure on it.
Yes.
They all need to like be better because
Organization to players, coaching staff. Yeah. See,
everyone. Because like once like we started off before we even started the list, what is the vision? What is the goal? What are we doing? This upcoming season is gonna help us know what the hell this all is.
uh,
We're Raptors fans, we don't even know.
been, been.
Like this American media is like they're confused by us. So if they're confused, what are we? We're here and we're like, damn, I don't know what this team is. Because to me, if you want to go, we're just focusing on Scotty and we're growing. To me, I do kind of understand why you keep quickly and RJ, but I wouldn't have brought Bi. I wouldn't have
It's
kept
still growing. Yes, I agree with that statement.
like
Yes.
then I wouldn't have kept Pirtle. Like I'm really trying to like develop young, get draft picks, and like just trying to see what I can do with Scotty. And
OKC. Yeah, yeah,
right, that's what I'm trying to build. But then you guys kind of got bored of tanking, or respectfully, the tanking wasn't working for you
yeah.
because you didn't do a well enough job to get a top like 6 pick. You didn't. So it kind of sucks for you. I like Colin Murray Boyles 'cause I think the defensive upside is great on him. I think if he truly can get a jump shot and a consistent like 3-point shot, that man's game could be something.
Uh, Upside. There's upside.
There's definitely upside, and that's what everyone's banking on is the upside of a lot of these guys. Grady Dick, Jacoby, even Jameson Battle a little bit. So.
Yep, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What are your final thoughts about the Raptors from our
My
conversations today?
thoughts are you guys better make the playoffs, no playing. Like that's my thoughts. The East is open. You guys can be at least sixth. That's my thoughts. With this squad you have, with the pressure there, you guys need to perform. Like period, period.
And like sometimes like okay, hopefully for sure, honestly, you gotta be like a top 17. Not when I say top seven, because sometimes that's 7-6, maybe going back and forth. That's why I'm saying top seven. You can't be 8-9. You can't be 8-9 because 8-9 means we're not that good and we're fighting to be like have a home field advantage in the playing tournament. No, you need to have seventh or sixth, like we'll play one playing game to be seventh seed. Like that's what the most you should be. Because once again, Brandon Ingram is a talented player.
Yes.
Scotty is the guy that from every Raptor fan tells us how good he is, and you as organization tell us how good he is. Respectfully, we need to see how good he is. Just just facts. We have to see how good he is then.
I mean,
So um yeah, man. RJ quickly my number one, RJ's your number one. Clearly the OG trade is our clear number one guys that we have to see what can happen because yeah, we just need to see more. And Darko.
Darko, you already know. Coaching staff's the first thing. You already know. The coach is the first. You already know. So,
Yeah. But that's it for the pod. Unless we have anything else to chat about.
nah, nah.
We're good.
Yeah,
Next week we're gonna go through every either we're gonna do East and West or we'll just do depending on how the pod goes. Sometimes we're yappers, so we may just yap. We may just do East next week and the following the Western Conference. But the biggest questions surrounding that, we'll pick one question that we have for each team of the East and West. That'll be probably our next two pods, unless something crazy happens. Well, that'll be our next two. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk again. Peace.